so judging everything else because I didn't have the right dressing. So I can say that judgment is the main point here in all my vlogs from day one to four.
What comes up right now at this moment, Leon, is that this we can go over the solutions being given by the media, the normal media,
Hmm.
regarding all this different confusion that we have with regards to which sugar to use. I have with me some sugar, I mean, it's a sweetener. One is zero from wholesome sweeteners. It's an all natural zero calorie sweetener. Zero calories, zero glycemic index, zero artificial. You see, even that will tell you that zero means no drastic health effects. You see, but is there none really? Eh, we will find out because at the back, if you look at it, you see, it has, yeah, 0 grams sugar, but then it's the serving size is 6 grams. Okay, but if you increase that, you would see some change in the amount of sugar that's in your food, right? If you, let's say for example, you put, instead of 6 grams, you put 100 grams. So zero is not zero anymore. You see, so the portions uh, matter. So what about you? What are the some of the things? Do you have any comment with regards to putting advertising and how they arrange the different the colors and fonts and different pictures? Look at the back, you will see hazelnut and coffee biscotti. See that? Hazelnut and coffee biscotti. So if you like hazelnut and coffee biscotti, you're in. Easy. Because then you will see this and you will say, aha, so I need that recipe. So later on, we'll also get into recipes and that because I did a recipe ebook while I was investigating sugar. And of course, it's like I'm lost because of all this different information in the media that I accepted and allowed to direct me, you see. And then we will get into the tools, which is very interesting because I even have proofs for you. So, what about maple syrup, Leon? Do you have anything you can say about maple syrup in the way they are advertised in the media?
Well,
How does it influence you to use maple syrup?
well, maple syrup is like a dressing on salad. You know, you have the salad which is bland, and you have the maple syrup. What I mean by that is, like the dressing represents the advertising. You know, the coloration of the bottle, and be- because green for me represents nature,
Really?
and organic represents nature and natural. But I mean, if I don't do research on what organic really is, then I wouldn't have any. um, understanding of what organic really is. So then it's like putting value on something that they don't really understand. I'm just gonna get it anyway because the crowd is getting it. The and um,
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 for
for
me,
me,
I
I
found
found
out
out
that
that
these
these
are
are
all
all
things
things
that
that
the
the
brain
brain
likes
likes
because
because
parts of
parts
the
of the
brain
brain
is
is
triggered
triggered
by,
by
like,
like
for
for
instance,
instance
following the
following the
herd.
herd.
The
The
brain
brain
on
on
a
a
physiological
physiological
level
level
likes to
likes to
follow
follow
the
the
crowd.
crowd.
The
The
brain on
brain on
a
a
physiological
physiological
level
level
looks at
looks at
certain
certain
colors in
colors in
certain
certain
ways.
ways,
And
and
so
so
um,
um,
that's
that's
really
really
all
all
that
I
I have.
have.
So eventually, it is us who's gonna take self responsibility. That's what I can see, because if we accept things in the media without questioning them, without awareness, we will be pushed in ways that we don't want to go, the path that we don't really want to go. And sometimes we buy something, and let's say we bought this particular thing and we don't end up using it. So it becomes waste. So waste comes in the picture. And I can see that that is a consequence outflow also of um, our acceptance of what the normal media gives us. That's why now in Twitter, I put myself out there in Periscope as the media through me. You know. So if I have reactions to different food items that I eat, the businesses are going to impulse that either my desires or my fears. And so I create the world, the different foods that we eat, you see, that we see in the business community are foods that we desire. So, really, if we take responsibility on our end, we will be able to change ourselves in the way we react to food. Develop what I normally say, one and equal relationship with food, but to give that to you in a normal way, it's something like understanding the food, you see, and that they are supporting our body to survive. And that is not making food special or devaluing the food. It's just what food is. It supports the body. But can you see how the media would be different if the normal media would talk about food like this without hype? Would you see? I'm bored. I don't like to listen to this. Give me some rock music if I'm into rock music. Give me some jazz music if I'm into it. So everything is part of this. And later on, I will talk about also how I changed my relationship with music. So everything is a part of health. It's not just our choices of food, because every time we choose the food, if we have any judgments of any or any reactions or any fears associated with that, we have to handle those. So it's a physical, mental direction. And who's directing? Me as the being is directing, because and and what I'm seeing is that it has to be in alignment with the body functioning optimally. Because see, if the mind is constantly in reaction, what happens is uh, the body takes away some energy. I mean, the mind takes away some energy that the body produces, and within this, the body is compromised. Its health is compromised. So the mind is an integral part of the body, and we need tools, not just tools like meditation, because you see, I used that also in the past. But I would like um, to say that rather than a solution, it took me to a point where I feel good no matter what circumstances I am in, where I create this unreal reality that I call real in my mind. Because when I feel that rush of peace, I'm saying, well, there's nothing wrong with the world. There's nothing we should change. So I don't really change the way I react to food. And what I do is every time I react to food, I would just sit down there and do some meditation and this get stress free, free myself from the stress, and have this idea that really I'm physically and mentally healthy, because that is all that I use as a tool to be stress free. At the end of this series, we will point you to some tools that really work. Leon, do you have any input on how the media affect you with regards to advertising the use of alcohol sugars like erythritol, for example? Did you find it? Did you find that you using erythritol is partly impulse, is mostly impulse by the way it is being presented in the media, in the normal media?
Yes. I don't really have much information on sugar alcohols, but what I read about erythritol is that they fed it to insects, and I believe the insects died of food. So really, even though erythritol is safe for humans, that brings a question mark, because what does erythritol do on microscopic levels? We don't. I'm not sure if science has investigated that or not, but erythritol is still an area that I haven't thoroughly investigated. So I can't say much about it. But what I can say is that erythritol and other sugar alcohols are marketed within the media as something that is a substitute for sugar, But the question is, what does it do to the body? Yeah.
So erythritol has been advertised in the media in a good light, and again, some people in the raw food movement, which I am part of, I was part of, and now I'm also part of it because I'm recreating myself within it. So I heard the good side and the bad side of it. Again, it puts me to a point where, but what is the solution? You see, what is the solution? If this is good and bad, well, I'm I'm in confusion. I'll be confused, and I'll not be directed to the right the the solution that is best for my body and my mind. So in the end of the series, again, I will reiterate that we will give you solutions and that I personally recommend because it has worked for me. And with that said, I will also say that you have to also be cognizant of the fact that we have, each of us has unique DNAs, and that what is good for me may not be the right thing for you. But what always worked for me is finding out for myself. Walking this 21 days sugar investigation helped me, and I'm sure it will help you too, because teaching is not about transferring information. This is where education comes in. And the media, of course, is also popularizing that. And many people are earning money out of that. There's nothing wrong with earning money or surviving. But what we have to also look at is that as we survive in this world, we have to also look at the environment and how to create the best environment so that we can all be supported in whatever we are doing with regards to how we want to express ourselves in the particular area that we're in, the particular part of the grid that we are allocated in. I definitely am in the food industry, in the middle of it all. That's why I'm doing this health hangouts. And very soon we'll be doing schizophrenia, mental health, focusing on mental health. Because I have seen in the health coaching community, the mind is not really being looked at that well. And so I'm putting that in there too. Um, Let me look at trivia before we end this hangout. Truvia is a baking blend with a natural sweetener and with sugar. It's- So it has both. You know, the thing that you don't, that the media says you should not have, is already in there. So if you Google this, you will find out an information or information that tells you you should not use it, and information that tells you it's okay. Because of course, if I'm the manufacturer of this, I will tell you to use it. I need to make money. Again, there is nothing wrong with making money as long as we're aware of what money is and how and what the consequence outflow is of whatever we decide to do. Another one that I can show you is a corn syrup, right? This is being used in the raw food community. Any last words that you would like to say, Leon, with regards to this, whatever you found out about sugar and the media specifically, and your relationship with sugar and the advertising, that the hype that goes on in, in the media? And also how our decision can actually affect our environment and the business world.
Uh, well,
Let's say white sugar, the sugar that we grew up with, you know. So and you going into the supermarket and seeing all this different um, chocolates during Halloween, and seeing all these kids, knocking on door.
I mean, only thing I can say is when I was young, I didn't really explore sugar. I didn't know a lot about sugar and the effects that it has on the body. But once I got older, I started exploring sugar and the effects that it has on the body. So really, the only thing I can say is to allow yourself to explore um, things such as sugar and gain more knowledge about it.
Thank you. I would also suggest you look at words, because you see that that word zero. See that? And that is being put there for a reason. And we will direct you in in the end of the series and how you can make this the words work for you and not be part of the acceptance and the allowance of all this hype that pushes us to go into the ravine, the consequence outflow, that we become the victim of our own folly. So I would like you to have a look at the links we provided for you. Friend me on Twitter at June Roca. Please visit the website www.juneroca.org, juneroca.com. It's a .com. The .org is www.budsoflife, BUDSOFLIFE .org. And we will have a lot of things for you in our part 2. And in another hangout, I will invite different people in different fields to share with you some of the tools that worked for them too. Thank you, Leon, for being here, and thank you all for watching. Please comment. Please ask us questions. We'll be happy to answer them to the best of our ability. Bye for now.